Good evening, Tiger fans. It is good to be right back with you for Trinity's second match of the day. This time, the top-ranked Tigers are taking on the Hendrix Warriors after defeating East Texas Baptist in 3 sets earlier today. I'm Brian Janselson, and I'm joined by 2019 TUVB alum Jade Schoenberger. Jade, what are some of the difficulties of playing 2 matches so close to one another in one day?
Yeah, Brian, we mentioned in an earlier match that Trinity is a really confident team. They're really confident. They're number 1 right now, so they have a reason to be confident. And maybe not so much coming out of a win earlier in the day, but when you're playing 2 games in one day and you lose that first one, it might be tough to, bounce back with confidence and come out with good energy in that second game. So.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
I was just going to say, Trinity is not really facing that challenge. Hopefully that confidence carries over to this match, and hopefully we have some good competition.
Yeah, and on the other end, that is exactly what Hendrix is going to be dealing with. They lost their first match of the day to Whitworth, 3 sets to 1. So they're going to have to find a way to bounce back and see if they can do that against the top-ranked team in the entire country.
That first serve is in the net. Trinity will take the first point of set 1, and you have Leggett back to serve.
We saw Leggett get off to a hot start in set 1 of match 1. Rolled off 5 straight points to start the match. And she starts off well right there.
Back to serve after that ace.
Leggett, no stranger to aces, led the SCAC with 36 service aces last year.
That second serve out, that'll be the first point for Hendrix. Presley back to serve. Low float there. Tuggle with an aggressive swing. Kern with the dig. Another aggressive swing by Tuggle. Off the block, she scores. Point for the Tigers. We have Thorin entering the game. Funk stepping out, and Nadia Kern serving for Emma Funk. Deep serve there to the libero, Friedel. Off the block. A low fast set there to Tuggle. She tips that ball. Smart play. Ball falls, and that's a point for Trinity.
And Tuggle getting right back where she left off in match number 1. She had 8 kills earlier today, so already with 2 quick ones. 2 of the 4 for Trinity.
Deep serve there to Presley. Tuggle and Thorin there with the block. That'll score, and Nadia Kern is back to serve again. That low aggressive serve is into the net. It's going to be a point for Hendrix. And you have Cardi back to serve. Pass by Tuggle. Giving the ball right back to her. And a quick point for the Trinity Tigers. You could see before that ball was even served that Trinity was communicating that a middle was serving at the time. Middles are not normally the best defensive specialists. And you could tell that Tuggle was targeting her with that swing. Amarino back to serve. Pass attempt by Friedel, but that's going to be an ace for Amarino.
Already 2 aces for the Tigers. As a team, they also led the conference last year, so off to a good start with that category.
Another deep serve, pass by Friedel. Tool off the block. That was Walker on the right side. Double substitution. We have 12 Whitehead and number 9 Greenlee entering the game. Pass by Leggett. Another smart tip by Tuggle off the hands of that block, and Trinity takes that point. You have Tuggle back to serve.
Tuggle already with 4 kills. 4 out of the 8 points for Trinity.
Hendrix calling that ball out, but it in fact was in. An ace for Avery Tuggle. Pass by Friedel. Aggressive swing there by Leggett. Back row attack off the block. Amarino getting that ball up. Nadia Kern setting it outside. Tool off the block, and the Tigers score.
Just a tremendous start for the Tigers. So much energy, so much excitement in the arena, forcing Hendrix to take a timeout here.
Absolutely.
And just what can you say about the energy in this gym after no fans for a whole year, how it feels to have people back in here?
Yeah, no fans for an entire year. I mean, during that time, big commitment to the Trinity team. They always stayed confident and really loud here on the bench, cheering for the individuals on the court. But having these fans all over the gym cheering and chanting throughout this game really heightens the energy in this space.
Yeah, and earlier today, a 3 o'clock tip, so maybe some students were getting off classes and weren't going to rush to the Bell Center, but today you can see the Student Center to the top left of your screen, and we've got a pretty good contingent of Trinity students, and they're making a lot of noise early on, making some noise when the other team is serving and going crazy when we get a point, so it's definitely good to have people back for the first time since November 2nd of 2019 inside the Bell Center.
For sure. What once was just a field of cardboard cutout heads of our parents is now a ton of students cheering on these Tigers, and it's great to see it. Avery Tuggle back to serve out of that timeout.
Definitely do not miss those cardboard cutouts.
Nice deep float there. Off the block. Nadia Kern getting a great hand on it. Tuggle out of the back row. Dug by Friedel there. Kern with another great dig. Running Thornton in the middle. She scores. And the Tigers are excited about that play.
A great set from Amarino there. Allowed Thornton to get that spike. Great communication early on here from the Tigers.
Another deep float. Annie Rose Leggett with that last swing. She scores, and Tuggle is continuously back to serve. Deep float, catching Friedel there. Right side swing off the block. Off speed by Leggett. She scores. A nice scramble there on Hendrix' side, trying to get that ball over. Looked like 3 players touched it, but that ball, in fact, was out over the net. A low float. Nice save there by Presley. A free ball here. We'll see how the Tigers use it. Great swing by Willoughby. A great run for Avery Tuggle. Ball bounced right off of her arms on that last play. It looks like she was trying to dig a ball that, in fact, was off of the hands of the block. So a nice attempt there. And you have 33, Nance back to serve.
Yeah, and that ends a 6-0 run for Trinity, really expanding this lead early in set 1.
Pass by Leggett. Nice set to the right side there. Off the tape, no touch by Trinity, and they'll get that point.
And very similar to what we saw earlier today, Trinity got off to a quick start, winning set number 1, 25-9, not even allowing East Texas Baptist to reach 10 points. So maybe going to see similar result. Set 1 against Hendrix, only have 4 points.
Outside set to Annie Rose Leggett. That ball rolled all the way across the tape and unfortunately did not fall in. That's going to be a point for Hendrix. You have Friedel back to serve. Looks like the refs are calling a touch perhaps on the block before that ball rolled across the tape. And in fact, Trinity is going to receive that point. Thornton back to serve, which means you have Funk back in the middle, front row. Pass by Friedel. A back quick, but a disconnect there.
Really everything going the Tigers' way. Could not ask for a better start.
Short serve there, pass by Friedel. Whitehead really excited about that tip. Great connection there between the setter, and I believe Whitehead is a right side. Nice aggressive tip. Leggett out of the middle. She swings out, point Hendrix. Pass by Kern. Funk coming in really aggressively, a great swing there. Hendrix doing a great job of keeping that ball alive. Good coverage by the Trinity Tigers, pushing this ball out to Leggett. And a smart shot, not going in strong swinging, but instead a roll shot, and she scores. Double substitution, you have Acevedo coming in for Willamy and Flynn coming in for Amarino.
And a great adjustment on that possession. After a couple of big swings were blocked by Hendrix, Leggett coming in with the soft touch, getting the point.
Deep float. Nice swing there by Cardi. Hendrix scores. And we have another double substitution. Smith and Walker re-entering the game for Hendrix, and that is Smith back to serve.
And that's Cardi's first kill of the match. She led earlier today for Hendrix with 9.
Pass by Kern. A great connection there, setter and middle hitter. Acevedo off the net and pushing her middle still for a point, Trinity. Annie Rose Leggett back to serve. Short serve. Dug by Kern. And Acevedo for her 4th dump today that has scored.
I really don't think that's ever going to get old, Jade. It's just a spectacular play.
Low float. That's an ace for Leggett. And just going to use their second timeout here, and Tigers really excited as they head towards their bench.
Welcome back to the Tiger Network. Trinity Tigers, the top-ranked team in the country, up 20-7 over Hendrix in set number 1 of this match. Just dizzying speed with which the Tigers are scoring.
Leg it back to serve. Deep float off the tape. Friedel with the pass. And an absolute stuff block by Funk. The Trinity bench really excited about that. And again, you have leg it back to serve.
And Funk last year led the SCAC in blocks per set. So you can see her height and ability at the net coming through right there.
A nice block attempt by Funk there with that dig going over. But again, Cardi scores off the hands of Funk. You have Presley back to serve.
And Presley for Hendrix was named the newcomer of the year in the Southern Athletic Association last year. Also was on the first team for the conference as an outside hitter.
Looks like Nadia Kern is having to step off of the court with possibly some pain in that right knee. Thornton's going to step back onto the court, and Sammy Lynn's going to sub in to play back row. Again, you have Presley for Hendrix serving. Off the hands. Right side swing is blocked. That swing from Walker. Tigers hustling down that ball after a dig from Acevedo, but that ball falls, and that's a point for Hendrix.
Only the second time so far today that Hendrix has managed to get 2 points in a row.
Pass by Lynn. Acevedo hustling down that ball and putting up a great ball for Tuggle. A great swing. Flynn's going to dig that ball. A smart play by Tuggle. She put over almost a standing roll shot there, trying to go to that deep corner. She scores. Thornton subbing back in for Lynn. And you have Funk back to serve. Deep float pass by Friedel. Aggressive line shot by Tuggle. She scores. And the Tigers continue to carry momentum throughout this set.
And with that kill, Tuggle retakes the lead early on. Teammate Annie Rose Leggett and her were tied with 5 kills. Tuggle now with 6.
That pass by Presley. Friedel setting the outside. Smart deep shot. Acevedo pushing Thornton there. Swings into the net. And that's going to be a point for Hendrix. You have Cardi back to serve. And we now have Henry subbing in for Funk. She'll play back row. Pass by Leggett. Aggressive swing by Flynn. She scores. And puts Trinity at game point. Double substitution, Amarino subbing in for Flynn and Willoughby subbing in for Acevedo. And that's going to be Amarino back to serve for game point for Trinity.
And that's Flynn's first kill of the match. Earlier today, had 6 kills in just 10 attempts, so she was on fire earlier. Maybe she'll get going later on today.
Outside set here, off the tape, Amarino gets that dig. Tuggle off the tape, great dig there by Presley. Willoughby with a cross-court shot. Aggressive swing bounces off the Hendrix team, and that's going to be set 1. Trinity takes it 25-10.
Welcome back to the Tiger Network. Trinity Tigers taking set number 1 in commanding fashion, 25-10. And we are getting set for set number 2. In set number 1, Avery Tuggle leading the way with 6 kills, followed closely behind by Annie Rose Leggett with 5 kills of her own. So 2 of the 3 super seniors on Trinity's team getting it done.
Trinity Tigers kicking off set 2 with serve. That's Leggett back to serve. Nice low float pass by Friedel. Down ball here for the Tigers. Nadia Kern pushing this ball out to Tuggle. That swing was by 30. Corey. Trinity coming out strong. Tuggle pounding that ball line. And that's going to be the first point of set 2.
Really interested to see after the first match today, Trinity against East Texas Baptist also took a commanding lead after set 1, but set 2 much closer. So want to see how the Tigers respond after a commanding win in set number 1. And
a nice save there by Acevedo with that tight dig.
So far it looks like they have a lot of the same energy.
Dug by Tuggle. Missed that connection there with Funk in the middle, and Tuggle tried to save it, but that's going to be Hendrix' first point of set 2. Substitution, we have Nance coming in for Corey. Nance is going back to serve. Pass by Tuggle. Flynn tooling off the block. She scores. And that's going to be a point for Trinity. Nadia Kern back in the game from walking off in set 1 with what looked like a hurt right knee. Good to see her back in set 2. A nice deep float pass by Friedel. Flynn with an aggressive swing there. Off of Tuggle's tight coverage there on the net. Nadia Kern back to serve.
And I mentioned Flynn earlier today had 6 kills, already 3 for 3 tonight. So she's having quite the day.
Right side set. The Tigers there. They're going to say that Nadia held that ball a little bit, so Hendrix is going to score. Pass by Leggett. Quick set out there to Tuggle. She tips it. Puts Hendrix in a scramble there, and she scores. Double substitution here. Amarino with hands. She's subbing in for Flynn. And Willoughby is subbing in for Acevedo. Willoughby with essentially a dunk there at the net. Bounced the ball off of, I believe that was Walker's head there, and Amarino's back to serve. Serves in the net point, Hendrix. Double substitution, that's Greenlee and Whitehead entering the game for Hendrix. Greenlee back to serve. Kern with the pass. Amarino setting that ball over. Aggressive swing by Tuggle. Great dig there by Kern. That dig, unfortunately, going over the net just for the Hendrix team to put that ball back down.
Really the first time you see any sort of miscommunication on Trinity's side, but even then they were able to fight through the point, almost get it themselves. Just an unfortunate end to that one in particular, but good fight. Greenlee back to serve for Hendrix. She serves it out.
Doing a great job of communicating on that last serve. You could hear all three serve-receive players calling that ball out.
It's those types of things Hendrix can't afford to do if they're going to mount this upset of the #1 team in the country.
Blocked by Thornton there. Giving that ball right back to her. Smart play with a tip gives Trinity a free ball. And Willoughby with an aggressive right side swing. Down ball here for Trinity. Pushing that ball out to the outside, off the block. That's a tool and point for Trinity. Deep serve by Tuggle. Pushing this ball out to the outside here. Off Kern, Hendrix scores. That was Corey and Roth subbing in for the Hendrix team, and that's Roth back to serve. Roth serving before the referee blew his whistle. Pass by Kern. Set to Willoughby off the tape. Nice hustle by the Hendrix team, but Trinity scores. Thornton back to serve for Trinity. Off the hands there of Roth. That's an ace. Point Trinity.
That's ace number 5 for the Tigers, first in this set. So Roth a little bit of a slow start as she's entered the game for Hendrix. Had a delay of game on the first serve and now was unable to dig that last serve. Hendrix gets the point there though.
Nice touch by Tuggle. And you have Cardi entering the game again for Hendrix. That's going to be Friedel back to serve.
Hendrix keeping it a lot closer this set.
Leg it out of the middle there with a tip. And a swing from the outside. She scores. And the Trinity fan section is excited about that swing. Double substitution, Acevedo coming in for Willoughby and Flynn coming in for Amarino.
Alexis Acevedo.
What was almost a good tip off of the block. Looks like they called a double on Hendrix, and Trinity's going to take that point. Blocked by Flynn and Funk. Acevedo back to serve. Solo block there by Funk. Great dig by Tuggle, pushing that ball out to Leggett on the outside. Another great off speed, and Trinity takes the point.
And just as I said, Hendrix was doing a good job of keeping it close in set number 2. Trinity goes on a nice little 4-0 run. Acevedo still serving.
Serving that ball into the antenna. That's going to be a point for Hendrix. Double substitution for Hendrix. You have Walker and Smith entering the game.
An unfortunate touch of the antenna there, but still nonetheless shows how the Tigers, even if they're seems like they're struggling in a set or anything, they're always capable of going on these short little bursts to expand their lead.
Tuggle with the pass. They're going to say that Acevedo was underneath the net on that set. Putting Smith back to serve. Leggett with the pass, she gets that ball back with an aggressive swing off the block. Point Trinity.
Leggett really on fire in this set. 4 of the last 7 points for the Tigers have been kills by Leggett. Now she's back to serve, where she's so good.
Off the block, Kern with the dig. Pushing Funk in the middle. Cardi doing a good job of pushing that ball back over, but Funk gets that ball again. She puts that ball right to the floor. Again, great connections between Trinity's setters and middles this game. That serve not going over the net, point Hendrix. Double substitution here. We have Nance and Payne entering the game. Pass by Leggett. Pushing this ball out to Tuggle on the outside, off the block. A tool. Point for Trinity. Thornton entering the game and Nadia Kern going back to serve for Funk. Deep serve by Kern. Aggressive swing by Payne. Hendrix trying to argue that there was a touch on the block.
To my eye, that looked clearly over. I think that was the right call.
And I agree. Off the tape with that serve. The right side set. Tip, dug by Flynn. Tuggle with another swing off the block. It's going to be a point for Trinity.
And a great serve close to the net, or a great set close to the net by Acevedo there, keeping that point alive.
Fast deep float there, passed by Friedel. Tip, but Acevedo is there, putting that ball back over. Cardi putting this ball over, Kern with the dig. Quick set to the outside is blocked by Walker and Cardi. It's gonna be a point for Hendrix.
That's the first block for Hendrix of the match. So before that, really unable to get in the faces of Trinity's big swingers, but able to do so there.
Tuggle with the pass. Acevedo once again. Your favorite play, a dump, and she scores.
Absolutely, it's beautiful every time. It's truly perfect. And you never see it coming. You just never, even though she's done it 5 times already, you never expect it.
Yep, she does a great job of keeping her hands high, so there's great deception as to whether or not she's going to set her offense or dump it herself. Miscommunication there between Leggett and Kern. That ball falls, and it's going to be a point for Hendrix.
Katie Walker serving.
Walker back to serve. Pass by Leggett. Goes over Willemy's head and falls. Point for Hendrix. Pass by Leggett. Nadia Kern taking the set. Tuggle with a nice, smart, deep shot. Great coverage there by the Hendrix team. Nadia Kern with a dig. Willemy with a swing off the block. She scores, putting Trinity into the 20s.
Fantastic set and spike there from Amarino and Willemy. Everything clicking for Trinity now.
Pass by Payne. A tip and Trinity gets that ball up. Thornton putting the ball back over. Outside swing off the tape. Amarino pushing the ball to the outside. Again, the Trinity team doing a great job of really working this ball off of the block. We've seen a number of tools this match, similar to the one by Annie Rose Leggett just then. Tuggle back to serve. Nadia Kern digging that swing by Payne. Tuggle out of the back row. She scores with that incredible broad jump there, getting some great height and getting pretty much as close to the net as she could from out of the back row. Trinity now leads 22-13. As you just heard, we have Tuggle back to serve out of that timeout. And again, Trinity leads 22-13. Deep serve there, pass by Friedel. Dug by Kern. Pushing that ball out to Leggett. Aggressive swing off the block, and Willemy pushed that ball back over. Thorne in the middle, swinging up against the single block there. She scores. Point Trinity. Pass by Friedel. Nance taking the set. Payne with the tip. Running Tuggle out of the back row again. Thorne in the middle. She scores again with a swing to the deep corner, putting Trinity at game point. Hendrix calling another timeout. Current score, Trinity 24-13. out of that timeout, you have Tuggle again back to serve. Game point for Trinity. Deep float. Off the block. Amarino with the dig. And Leggett with an aggressive swing to finish out set 2. Final score is 25-13.
Welcome back to the Tiger Network. You're watching the top-ranked Trinity Tigers against the Hendrix Warriors. Trinity up 2-0 after some truly dominant play early on. You have Annie Rose Leggett and Avery Tuggle, both super seniors in their 5th year at Trinity, leading the way with 11 kills. You've got Sarah Willoughby just behind them with 4 out of 8 swings, so doing a good job there. And Sarah Flynn, 3 kills in 3 swings, so she's keeping her percentage high as we head into set number 3. Hendrix trying to get any sort of momentum they can here. They'll serve starting with Claire Smith behind the service line.
Trinity looking like they are running the same lineup. The only change is Ellis for Funk. Pass by Kern. Slide to Thorin. She scores. Trinity taking the first point. Leggett going to be your first Trinity server of this 3rd set. Deep float is out. Point Hendrix.
If we go back to last set, that was 7 consecutive points for Trinity. That clinched set number 2 for them and got them up early in set 3. Now we're tied at 1.
Nance back to serve for Hendrix. Pass by Leggett. Nice set there by Amarino. Flynn off the block. That set was tight on the net, and Flynn was there to put that ball to the ground. Point for Trinity. And you have Nadia Kern back to serve. And Ellis entering the game and Thornton stepping off.
Flynn has been at the right place at the right time. That's 4 for 4 now on kills.
Deep float by Kern. A pass by Hain. Two off the block. Hain scores. Point Hendrix. Cardi back to serve. Pass by Leggett. Running that ball to Ellis on the outside. That swing was into the net. And again, Cardi is back to serve for Hendrix. Pass by Kern. Flynn out of the middle. A nice tip to the middle of the court. She scores. Double substitution here for the Tigers. Acevedo coming in to serve and set. Willamy coming in on the right side. Pass by Nance. Hendrix trying to run house there in the middle, but the Trinity block is right there. Trinity takes the point, and again, you have Acevedo back to serve. Low float. Aggressive swing out of the outside there by Hendrix. I believe that was Payne. Put that ball in the back deep corner. They score, and we have a double substitution here for Hendrix. Whitehead and Greenlee entering the game. Greenlee going back to serve. A low float, Nadia Kern putting that ball over. Nice touch there by Acevedo. But that's going to be a kill for Hendrix. And again, you have Greenlee back to serve. Pass by Kern. Slide with Ellis is tipped over.
This is the first time all match Hendrix has been up by more than 1 point.
Kern with pass. Putting that ball out to Tuggle, a nice off speed. Whitehead with swing. Off the block, Freeland. Off speed. Putting this ball out to Tuggle on the outside. Down ref calling Hendrix in the net. It's going to be a point for the Tigers.
And a great possession all around, but 2 digs by Acevedo. They're really keeping things alive for the Tigers. And when looking at the box score, she's really filling it up. Has 2 kills in 3 attempts and 14 assists as the setter. Also has now 5 digs.
Yep, Hendrix doing a good job of making that setter touch the first ball, so Trinity is arguably out of system, but again, Trinity taking that last point. Off the block, Nadia Kern with a great dig, putting that ball over. Hendrix not able to get that ball up, and that's going to be a point for Trinity.
And the crowd's been great all night, but going particularly wild after that great dig by Kern.
Tuggle back to serve. Block by Willoughby. Trinity scores. Trinity now taking the lead 7-6.
It was at about this point in set number 2 that Trinity and Hendrix were kind of close, and then Trinity went on a little bit of a run to expand their lead. We'll see if the Tigers do something similar here, put things away in 3 sets. Trinity looking to go 2-0 on the day. Defeated East Texas Baptist earlier in the afternoon. Now up 2-0 over Hendrix.
Middle tip. Acevedo running her middle. Ellis swinging out. Point Hendrix. That was Fuller Freeman entering the game. Deep serve is out. Point Trinity. You're going to see Ellis back to serve. Nadia Kern stepping off the court, and Thornton re-entering in the middle. A deep serve. Dug by Tuggle. Thornton with a tip. Ball tight on the net there after Avery Tuggle's dig. Hendrix scores.
If you're Hendrix, you do have to be happier with how you're returning Trinity serves. In the first set, you gave up 4 aces, but only 1 in set number 2, and none so far in set number 3. So at least keeping themselves alive for a little bit longer.
Willoughby with a great swing there. She scored, and now we're going into a double substitution. Amarino coming in back row, setting with the serve, and Flynn coming in the front row on the right side. Cardi with the swing, Nadia Kern with another dig that goes over the net. Another dig by Kern from an aggressive tip by Whitehead. Ball going back to Whitehead. Amarino setting Flynn off the net. She swings into the net, unfortunately, and that's going to be a point for Hendrix. Double substitution with Walker and Smith entering the game for Hendrix, and that's going to be Smith back to serve. Back row swing by Tuggle off the tape. Nice dig there by Friedel. A free ball, we'll see how Trinity uses it. Flynn off the tape, Friedel with a dig. Running Walker on the right side, but a great block by Leggett and Thornton there. Trinity scores.
Leggett there joining the block party, adding to her 11 kills. 6 blocks as a team for Trinity.
Pass by Friedel. Smith trying to hustle that ball down, but it fell. And again, you have Annie Rose Leggett back to serve for Trinity.
And that's more what we're used to seeing from Leggett, not necessarily the blocks, but the aces on the serve. That's 3 on the day.
A low float. Pushing Cardi in the middle, but Amarino is going to pick up that tip. Thornton with a dig. And Avery Tuggle with pretty much no block there. She scores. Leggett back to serve.
And just great communication. We're lucky to be right here on the court side, and Nadia Kern really directing traffic on that last point, leading to Tuggle's spike.
Short serve here by Leggett. She has an ace. No touch on the ball at all. Trinity doing a great job of keeping the pressure on Hendrix.
And Leggett making an early run at that SCAC lead for aces, led last year with 36, and no one was really quite close behind her. And already 4 today, 1 earlier in the match.
Great pass there by Friedel. Outside swing is into the net. Coach Jenkins telling Flynn to get on out there to the pin to catch that block if that ball had been over the net. Telling her to recognize Hendrix' tendencies of running the ball pin to pin. Leg it back to serve. Deep float over the net. Flynn's there. And that ball is out. Point Hendrix.
Really the first one of those that Flynn has missed today. Seems like every time she gets to slam it down, she has been able to get it in.
Absolutely, and you have Nance back to serve for Hendrix.
Nance has been a tricky server for the Tigers, and she has been all day, had 2 aces earlier against Whitworth.
Ref calling that ball down. It's going to be a point for Trinity. Friedel saying she had a hand under that ball, but you have Nadia Kern back to serve. A nice deep float. A tool from Payne on the outside, and just going to take that point. And you have Cardi back to serve. Hear the Trinity bench yelling, middle serving. And again, we'll see if Trinity takes advantage of that middle of the back row with this first attack. Pass by Tuggle. Flynn covering herself. Leggett swinging a down ball out of the back row. Walker not getting a full hand on that ball. And the ball falls. Double substitution here for the Tigers. You have Acevedo entering the game for Flynn and Willoughby entering the game for Amarino. Deep float. That's an ace for Acevedo. Acevedo has been doing a great job today. You see that she serves from the far right side of that baseline. She's been doing a great job of serving pretty much exactly straight down the line. And it has been catching teams all day. That's another ace for Acevedo with that short serve, catching a couple players. And Hendrix is going to take this timeout.
Yeah, and really Acevedo putting some finishing touches on what's been an outstanding game, not just in this match, but earlier today against East Texas Baptist, really putting on a clinic in all facets of the game. And Jade, honestly, I think we're so fortunate to get to watch this incredible team up close and in person. And I wanted to make a call out to all of you watching at home on the Tiger Network that this is truly a special team. I think we're going to get to see they're ranked #1 in the country. First time in program history that they start out the year at #1. And just 2 matches into the season, really there's something special brewing here at Trinity. So if you have not seen the updated spectator policy, fans are allowed at Trinity University athletic events. You are required to wear a mask indoors. For some of the outdoor events like soccer and football, you don't have to wear a mask, but really recommend that you guys come out and watch this volleyball team because this is a really great team that the Tigers have.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've mentioned that this team is a confident team, and they're going to have some great performances going through this season. So you don't want to miss it. You know, as you mentioned, a #1 team. They got depth from the senior class that's returning to the freshmen that, you know, we even saw in that East Texas Baptist game. We had 2 freshmen going in set 3. So great depth for this team, and they should be fun to watch this season.
Yeah, and we have 12 returning players on Trinity's roster from the 2019 Final Four squad that went all the way to the bitter end, lost in that semifinal against Johns Hopkins. And we have 15 returning players from last year's squad that reached the top ranking and went 13-3 overall. So a lot of great volleyball is going to be played at the Bell Center this year.
Acevedo and Kern keeping that ball alive. Walker with a nice swing on the right side, but again, some great defense by the Trinity Tigers. Double substitution here. We got Greenlee and Whitehead entering the game. Greenlee back to serve.
If you're curious about what your next opportunity to watch these Tigers in person is, well, we've got volleyball for you tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Trinity will be up against Whitworth, and at 7 p.m. against Concordia. So if you're loving what you're seeing here, make sure to come out tomorrow.
Tuggle with a cross-court shot. The refs called it in. Hendrix trying to argue that that ball was about a foot outside.
Yeah, Hendrix head coach Brittany Newberry making a point of where the ball landed according to her, but nonetheless, point goes to Trinity.
Tuggle with a great dig there. Trinity running Ellis in the middle. Nadia Kern following that ball all the way to the line to make sure it was out.
And as we mentioned, Newberry, the head coach for Hendrix, this is her 4th season at the helm for the Warriors, and this is a good squad that has been picked to finish 3rd in the Southern Athletic Association behind Barry and Birmingham Southern. So a really talented squad that the Tigers have put it to tonight.
Aggressive swing out of the middle. Tuggle getting a touch on it, but that's going to be a point for Hendrix. Foley Freeman entering the game. And that's Payne back to serve. Serving that ball out. Putting Trinity at 21 points to Hendrix 13. Thornton is going to re-enter the game. And you have Ellis back to serve. Serves into the net. Ellis will step off and Nadia Kern will re-enter the game. Carty entering the game for Hendrix, and you have Friedel back to serve. Pass by Kern. Leggett coming into the middle for a swing with what looked like a 2. Amarino coming in to set and serve. Flynn coming in on the right side.
Will Leggett make a push for the kill lead on the Tigers tonight? She has 12. Tuggle has 14.
We got a couple points left if Trinity takes the next 3. We'll see if those go to Leggett.
Both Leggett and Tuggle remain in the match. Different than what we saw earlier today against East Texas Baptist. Coach Julie Jenkins using some of her depth on the bench. You mentioned some of the first-year players getting some action, but tonight, the seniors getting most of the playing time.
And that point goes to Flynn's aggressive swing there. Huge gap there in the block. And her taking advantage of it. Williams subbing in. Short serve here to Whitehead. A point for Williams. Smith and Walker entering the game. Smith back to serve. Coach Jenkins cheering on the Tigers to finish out this game. Pass by Kern. Pushing that ball out all the way to the outside. Off the block, Hendrix scores.
Nice to see Hendrix fighting till the end, not giving up any points, even though it doesn't look great for them, down 2 sets.
That serve is out, putting Trinity at game point, and you have Leggett back to serve.
And would be fitting for it to end just how it started, with Leggett behind the service line.
Absolutely. A deep float. Nice block there by Trinity. That right side swing there. Didn't really look like there was a touch. Kind of looked like Hendrix swung into the net on that play. But no call by the refs, and Hendrix is going to take that point. Trinity fans all on their feet, putting a 1 in the air for this game point. You have Nance back to serve, and we'll see if Trinity can take advantage of this point. Free ball here, we'll see how Trinity uses it. Tuggle with the last swing, a nice touch there by Friedel, but that's going to be set 3, 25-17 for Trinity.
You see the Tigers thanking their student section. Really cool to see.
An awesome match, and for sure tune in to games tomorrow. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah, absolutely. Some exciting volleyball taking place here on the Tiger Network. Mentioned a little bit earlier, but we do have games tomorrow. At 2:30 p.m., Trinity hosts Whitworth, and at 7 p.m., they'll host Concordia in this Trinity University Fall Classic. And since it is just 8:17 p.m., if you're already on the Tiger Network, take advantage and go see the men's soccer team. They're playing their home opener, and you can just change the channel and flip on over to that. It's been great talking to you tonight. For Jade Schoenberger, I'm Brian Jenselson. Have a great night.
Thank you.